Welcome into Speaking with Judgment. Good morning. Appreciate you showing the love and support as always. I'm Jonathan Mathis. Welcome back. Make sure to like and subscribe. So, who are you blaming for the fourth quarter blown lead? Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, or the coach, Jim Harbaugh? Because whenever they find a heartbreaking way to lose in the playoffs, we like to point the finger at Lamar Jackson. It's never the coach. Every season, the Ravens do what they do so well, and that's lose a heartbreaker. No team can break a person like the Baltimore Ravens. I'm just being real when I say that. I'm keeping it 100. Literally, that's the way they lose in devastating fashion. The only way they know how to lose. Every time the Ravens lose, we have a tendency, this notion, to cook up this narrative to paint Lamar as a culprit. If the team falls short, which it usually does, usually not until after a great season in which we've seen with these Ravens, Lamar Jackson is your scapegoat. So we have now played one football game, and after another fourth quarter collapse, this time we can't look at him and be like, he's the problem. No, it's the people around him, his coach. Go back to last year's divisional game. Mark Andrews breaks wide open, and Lamar Jackson delivers a perfect pass on the move. Andrews drops the potential game-tying two-point attempt with less than 2 minutes left. He catches that. The game likely goes to overtime. Can't put all that on Lamar when he did what he needed to do, put the ball where it needed to be. The 2023 AFC Championship game, a fourth quarter touchdown would have given the Ravens a chance to overcome a 10-point deficit in that game. L'Jarius Sneed, a former Chiefs DB, punched the ball loose. Zay Flowers fumbles on the goal line. Trent McDuffie recovers the fumble in the end zone, and they come away empty. Coming away empty loomed large. Can't simply put that on Lamar, can you? Of course, that was not the narrative after the game. The first thing we come up with after a Baltimore loss is that Jackson can't win in the playoffs. The thought last night was, or on Sunday night, was Derrick Henry's fumble. Can't put that on Lamar. I think he shattered that wild narrative that he couldn't win in the postseason after just one playoff victory in his first 5 seasons. Lamar Jackson is magical. He's one of the most electrifying players, but he never gets enough credit. And one of the undiscussed parts of his game is how accurate he has become as a passer. One of the more unappreciated players. To me, he is. And we see what he does with his legs as well. He averaged 11 yards from the pocket and on the ground on Sunday. There's never been a quarterback that plays like Lamar. I said it before. It is like a video game. That's a game they should have won. He was 14 of 19, 210 passing yards, 70 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns total. As we talk about this, I think they need to get him some real help. And as we see too often, coaching lets him down. I love their offense, their quarterback, but John Harbaugh's bad habits, his poor coaching decisions is holding this team back. Not being prepared, sloppy, undisciplined, not coming out with the right intensity. Play calling is beating a dead horse at this point. The talent on this team is much better than the coaching staff. Yes, coaching matters. Game management was atrocious. Play calling is what it is. I think now people understand that this continued inability to win games that should be won is because of coaching. John Harbaugh, in his coaching career, has blown 17 second half double-digit leads. That is the most by any coach since 1991. Part of that is because he's been the coach for 18 years. The 2014 loss to the Patriots stung. Different coordinators, different quarterbacks, different personnel entirely, same coach. With Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, Harbaugh got to 3 AFC championships and won a Super Bowl. Ever since they left, he went on a 4-year playoff drought. You know, this organization has had a championship caliber team for 3 years in a row. You have the 2-time MVP quarterback, and you handcuff him for 3 straight drives and wonder why you have accomplished nothing. I have no idea how you elected to punt the ball away, not go for it on 4th and 3. Would the Ravens have won Sunday night in Buffalo if they had gone for it? We'll never know. But they punted, and Josh Allen made them pay and led the Bills 66 yards in 9 plays despite having no timeouts. You saw what happened. The game-winning drive culminates with Matt Prater's 32-yard game-winning field goal as time expires to complete a historic 41-40 comeback. There is no other way to say it. John Harbaugh's coaching downward spiral has everything to do with poor game planning, terrible play calling, not trusting his guys enough. I think John Harbaugh's job may finally be on the line, that the organization is going to have to acknowledge they can't have this guy standing out there on the sideline, blowing leads and suffering season-ending heartbreaks. If you want to look at a classic example of a historically letdown, someone that makes baffling decisions which led to his team blowing that 22-point lead, someone that embodies the choke jobs, that loss on Sunday is probably the perfect example. Because you can't. Here's the problem with the Ravens. You have a coach who is now, finally, after all these years, I feel like, is coming under fire when he's been making poor decisions for years, particularly in regards to his team's struggles with late game collapses and conservative play calling. And after a game like that on Sunday night, primetime game, it's given because people are suddenly fed up with Harbaugh, who coaches like he has a bad team. It's actually giving folks the courage to publicly criticize the coach and not the quarterback when they should have been coming hard at him. I think folks finally woke up in Baltimore and realized what the real problem is. And it's not the quarterback. All right, everybody, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope your morning is off to a great start. It is September 9th. It is a Tuesday, and we're already in the 9th day of September. On the 9th day of September. Nice to have you guys with me this morning. Really appreciate it. If you guys like my content, please subscribe to the channel. Check out my YouTube channel. Check out my work on TikTok as well, the Sports Judge 85. Check me out on Instagram, Sports Judge 85. Stay in touch with your guy. But till next time, you guys take care. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll be talking again sometime today. Take care, everyone.